Hey, it's Kyle here, and today I'll be reviewing Mort by Robert Repino. This book has a very interesting and unique concept that can be a little bit hard to explain. So I thought instead of trying to start off this review, I would instead read the back cover because it really does a great job of kind of summarizing what the book's about, and then I'll get into my review. The war with no name has begun, with human extinction as its goal. The instigator of this war is the colony, a race of intelligent ants who for thousands of years have been silently building an army of sentient animals who would forever eradicate the destructive, oppressive humans. A former house cat turned war hero, Mort is famous for taking on the most dangerous missions and fighting the dreaded human bioweapon, EMASH. But the true motivation behind his recklessness is his ongoing search for his pre-transformation friend, a dog named Sheba. When he receives a mysterious message from the dwindling human resistance claiming Sheba is alive, he begins a journey that will take him from the remaining human strongholds to the heart of the colony, where he will discover the source of EMAS and the ultimate fate of all of Earth's creatures. So I hope that back cover give you a decent idea of what the book's about, because like I said, it's kind of hard to explain. The closest concept I would almost compare this to, and it's not too close to this, but it's same the general idea is Animal Farm. So there's a little bit of that, but not a whole lot that can really be directly compared with. So the basic idea is you have these super intelligent ants, which are really the ants that exist here in our world. In this book, it's just portrayed that the ants are insanely intelligent, and humanity just hasn't realized it, and they've been plotting for thousands and thousands of years of how the ants could basically overthrow the humans and they could become the dominant species on the planet. So as part of this strategy, they developed this bioweapon that they release into the water supply that basically turns animals into super intelligent creatures, and they do physically transform somewhat. So let me find a picture in here that kind of goes a good at it. So there's a picture on the front cover, inside cover I should say, if you can see there. So that kind of gives you a couple of examples. They've developed these super huge soldier ants that are really the size, if not larger than humans, who march on their back legs so they stand upright. And this bioweapon they release that impacts all the other animals and plants kind of gives them humanistic characteristics. So they all walk on their rear legs. Their paws kind of transform into hands, so they're able to work with tools and weapons and stuff like that. They gain the ability to speak. So really they're completely transformed, and basically they're human in all aspects except in appearance, I guess is a good way to explain it. So you basically have this war going on between the humans and the animals, and the book's 99% is told from the point of view of the animals, and it's a very interesting examination because a lot of the book deals with how humans treat animals. So you're trying to decide early in the book, are the animals justified for these brutal war crimes that they're really committing against humanity as they try to eradicate them, or are they overstepping what's truly right and wrong? And in all this, like the back cover mentions, the key of this book is this one character, this one cat, Mort, as he's trying to find his friend, this dog Sheba, that they got separated when all these changes started to happen. So in the heart of it, you have almost a kind of a love story that's more centered around friendship, because Mort and Sheba really weren't anything but really close friends, but it's the closest connection they have. So they're really, Mort's trying to find his friend again. And because they have such humanistic characteristics, you really at some points even forget, like, oh, this is a cat that you're hearing his thoughts and watching him as he does all these actions. So it's a very unique read. I really enjoyed it. There was a couple aspects that I would have liked to seen explored a little bit. Like I said, they didn't really do a whole lot from the human point of view, and I would have minded just a little bit more of their reaction throughout the series of events, just to see how they adapted to this new world. Because at the beginning they're completely in shock that some of these animals are now able to use guns and fight, and then as this war goes on, which just drags on over, I believe with the book is somewhere from like 10 to 20 years. It seems like that they've kind of adapted and accepted the fate that animals are now super smart, but they're still trying to fight for their survival. So it would have been interesting if there had been like one human character maybe you'd followed across the entire book. And then I kind of felt like the book at the end, it kind of ended very quickly. It's like there's a huge, like most books that kind of center around a war, there's always like one huge battle that kind of helps wrap up the storyline, and that's the case in this book. But I felt like it was a little anticlimactic because it seemed like the battle wrapped up very quickly, and I think they could a little bit more drama could have been added to that and maybe stretched a little bit more, and also maybe a little bit more going into the aftermath of the battle, which again was a very quick wrap up. But overall, really enjoyed this. I would say this is a very good book to read if you're looking for a unique read. I read it very quickly too, over 2 or 3 days, so it's not a super long read. It really moves forward. The pacing's great. Character development is very good. So overall, I'd give the author very high marks for this book. So I would certainly recommend if you're looking for a unique book to read. I think Mort's a good book to look into. So hope you enjoyed the review. If you have any questions about the book, please let me know in the comment section below. I know this book has a little bit of a hard concept to explain, so I hope I did a good job with it. And if you're not clear on some items, feel free to let me know in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to answer them. And then, as always, if you have any recommendations on books you think I should read, let me know in the comment section below. Like all good book nerds, I'm always looking for another great book to read. So, hope you enjoyed the review, and I'll see you the next time.